Dividend and interest. The legal provisions on dividend. Under this topic, we will be studying about the legal provisions for payment of dividend. Before we understand the legal provisions related to the payment of dividend, let us understand certain aspects. The dividend has to be paid within 30 days of its declaration in the annual general meeting. This dividend has to be declared and paid within 30 days. That is, whenever the board of directors recommend this dividend and the declaration takes place, within 30 days of period, the dividend has to be paid to all the shareholders. The dividend has to be expressed on per share basis only, means whatever is the number of shares that have been allotted, according to that the dividend has to be expressed. The dividend has to be paid only in monetary aspect and not in kind. The dividend has to be paid only in cash and no other materialistic aspects are going to be considered here. The dividend has to be paid only on paid up capital. Paid up capital refers to that capital that has been received from the shareholders. Example, if a share of rupees 10 has been allotted to the shareholder and only rupees 7 has been taken from the shareholder and balance 3 rupees, that is the arrears unpaid capital is there. Dividend cannot be given on the unpaid amount. Dividend has to be paid only on the amount that is rupees 7 per share. And so dividend is paid only on the amount that has been received from the shareholders. Let us now understand the various legal provisions for payment of dividend. Payment of dividend. The dividend has to be paid only in cash. It cannot be paid in kind, that is any materialistic assets. Shares cannot be given instead of dividend. Therefore, the payment of dividend has to be only in the monetary value. Dividend, it can be paid using the various modes of payment. It can be paid by check or it can be paid through dividend warrant. It can also be paid through electronic modes, that is ECS or NEFT. So, a company can pay dividend by sending a check or the dividend warrant to the registered address of the member, or it can pay directly in the bank account of the member by using modes like ECS and NEFT. Joint holding of shares means where there are more than one shareholder jointly holding the shares. Whenever in such a situation there are more than one shareholder, the dividend is sent to the registered address of the first named shareholder in the register of members. It is sent to that person as it is mentioned in the register of shareholders. If the first named shareholder wishes to pay the dividend to anyone else, it has to be given in writing to the company. Only then the dividend is going to be given to the other shareholders. Otherwise, by default, dividend is going to be sent to the first named shareholder. The time limit for the payment of dividend. The dividend has to be paid within 30 days of its declaration. Late payments may lead to interest on the amount of dividend that has remained unpaid. Payable to the registered shareholders only. The dividend to preference shareholders has to be given before the equity shareholders. The preference shareholders get dividend at a fixed rate that has been pre-decided. So, this dividend has to be given after the dividend has been decided. Residual income to equity shareholders. The income to the equity shareholders, that is the dividend at a fluctuating rate, is given to them. It is known as the residual income. Therefore, equity shareholders are also known as the residual claimants to the dividend. It means that after all the payments, that is depreciation and transfer to reserves, has taken place, then only dividend is payable to them. The equity shareholders are going to be receiving the income, that is, it is going to be payable only after the dividend and any such arrears have been repaid to the preference shareholders. The mode of payment. If the shares are in demat form, that is, in the depository, in the dematerialized form, the dividend has to be given as per the details provided by the depository. And if the shares are in physical form, that is, in the share certificate form, dividend has to be provided as per the details mentioned in the register of members. Default if dividend is not paid in time. If the company has not been able to credit the dividend within the stipulated time period of 30 days, then it is considered to be a default. If this dividend is not paid in time, then every director is punishable, and the company is also liable to pay a simple interest at the rate of 18% till the default continues. If the company has not fulfilled any of the compliances, then the company and the directors are liable to pay the fine. Thank you, one and all. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel, The SP Educator.